सस्वजेत्थ पुनः पुनः दृष्ट्वा विक्लिन्न हृदय कृष्णं स्नेहेन पाण्डवः चिरादृष्टं प्रियतमं सस्वजेत् पुनः पुनः दृष्टा विक्लिन्न हृदय कृष्णं स्नेहेन पाण्डवः चिरादृष्टं प्रियतमं सस्वजेत् पुनः पुनः. Somebody can recite. Mataji's. What meaning? Drishtva, seeing, Viklinna, melted, Hridaya, his heart, Krishnam, Lord Krishna, Snehena, with affection, Pandava, the son of Pandu, Chirag, after a long time, Drishtam, sin, Priyatamam, his dearmost friend, Swaje, he embraced him. Ataha, thereupon, Punah Punah, again and again. Translation. The heart of King Yudhishthir melted with affection when he saw his dearmost friend, Lord Krishna, after such a long separation. And he embraced the Lord again and again. So here, verse 25 to 26, 28. 26, 25 doesn't have purport, so we'll go to 26. Translation. The eternal form of Lord Krishna is the everlasting residence of the goddess of fortune. As soon as King Yudhishthir embraced him, the king became free of all the contamination of material existence. He immediately felt transcendent bliss and merged in an ocean of happiness. There were tears in his eyes, and his body shook due to ecstasy. He completely forgot that he was living in this material world. Text 27. Then Bhima, his eyes brimming in tears, laughed with joy as he embraced his maternal cousin Krishna. Arjuna and the twins, Nakul and Sahadev, also joyfully embraced their dearmost friend, the infallible Lord, and they cried profusely. 28th. After Arjuna had embraced him once more, and Nakul and Sahadev had offered him their obeisances, Lord Krishna bowed to the Brahmanas and elders present, thus properly honoring the respective members of the Kuru, Shinjai, and Kaikaya clans. Purport. Srila Sridhar Swami mentions that since Arjuna was considered Lord Krishna's social equal, when Arjuna tried to bow down to him, Lord Krishna held Arjuna by his arms so that he could only embrace him. The twins, however, being junior cousins, bowed down and grasped Lord Krishna's feet. Om Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaura Tushe Nama He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Runda Vaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Nilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Nama Pancha Kalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Evacha Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srimad Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much everyone for joining us in today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So I seek blessings of all wonderful devotees who are assembled here so that I can speak something for my own purification. We are so fortunate that by mercy of Srila Prabhupada we have access to this Amala Puran, spotless Purana, which explains about spotless heart rendering the pastimes of Krishna, which can purify us and uplift us beyond this material realm. So here we are seeing beautiful episode of Lord Krishna's visit to Indraprastha. Earlier we saw how two messengers had come to Dwarka, one giving message from the kings who had kidnapped by Jarasandha and who were about to be sacrificed, and they were feeling helpless and they were helplessly taking shelter of Krishna and depending on Krishna for their protection. Another message from Narad Muni explaining how Yudhishthir Maharaj wants to perform Rasya to glorify Krishna. And we see there was divided opinion. Most of the Yadus wanted Krishna to go to Magad and kill Jarasandha, whereas Krishna was attracted to proposal by Yudhishthir because Yudhishthir is his pure devotee. Anytime pure devotees remember him and request him, it's very difficult for Krishna to say no. So Krishna takes consultation from Uddhava and he reconciled everything and he suggested that Krishna first goes to Yudhishthir and then with help of Bhima and Arjun he goes to Magad and there he requests in charity fight from Jarasandha and later on Bhima and Jarasandha can fight and kill Jarasandha. In that way all the purpose will be accomplished. So Krishna was very pleased by suggestion of Uddhava and all the assembled members of Yadav dynasty in the court of Sudarma Sabha was very happy with the proposal. So Krishna immediately took permission from all elders and then Krishna left Dwarka to go to Indraprastha. And it is said that he went with entire entourage with all his family members, all the queens, and Krishna had 16,108 queens. Here it is said, Krishna's huge entourage. Krishna arranged for the departure of his wives, children, and baggage, and taken leave of Lord Sankarshan and King Ugrasen. Lord Krishna mounted his chariot, which had been brought by his driver. It flew a flag marked with the emblem of Garuda. So it seems that Krishna went with all his wives and all his children also. That means a very huge entourage. Because it's Krishna was accompanied by his chief officers, elephants, infantry, cavalry, and surrounded on all sides by his fierce personal guards. So there was a huge entourage with military also. Lord Krishna's faithful wives, along with their children, followed the Lord on golden palanquins carried by powerful men. Oh, all the queens were in palanquin. They were not in chariot. The queens were adorned with fine clothing, ornaments, fragrant oils, and flower garlands. And they were surrounded on all sides by soldiers carrying swords and shields in their hands. We can just imagine the entourage, huge, going from Dwarka to Indraprastha, Delhi, Hastinapur. On all sides proceeded finely adorned women attendants of the royal household as well as courtesans. They rode on palanquins and camels, bulls and buffalo, donkeys, mules, bullock carts and elephants. Everybody has a role to play. Nobody is useless. Camels and bulls, buffaloes also, donkeys also, mules. Their conveniences were fully loaded with grass tents, blankets, clothes, and other items for the trip. So whole packing, long. So as soon as Krishna entered Indraprastha, immediately King Yudhishthir was extremely delighted, extremely happy to see Krishna along with all the entourage coming. So immediately Yudhishthira Maharaj, accompanied by his priest and dear associates, came out to meet Lord Krishna. So here it is said, As songs and musical instruments resounded along with the loud vibration of Vedic hymns, King Yudhishthir went forth with great reverence to meet Lord Krishna, just as the senses go forth to meet the consciousness of life. So it is said, Yudhishthir Maharaj is compared with senses and Krishna is compared with consciousness. As long as consciousness is there, senses function. If consciousness is not there, senses don't function. So, Yudhishthira Maharaj is such a great exalted devotee of Krishna, is appearing like he's like senses. Immediately, when consciousness comes, senses become enlivened, Similarly, Yudhishthira Maharaj is so enlivened, as if life has come back, and very joyfully went to receive Krishna. So, it is mentioned in purport. Lord Krishna is described as Rishikesh. Rishikesh means master of senses. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, rushing to the Lord, is compared with the senses eagerly joining the consciousness of life. Without consciousness, the senses are useless. Indeed, the senses function through consciousness. Similarly, when the individual souls are bereft of Krishna consciousness or love of God, they entered into useless and illusory struggle called material existence. So when one is conscious, conscious means Krishna conscious. Then there is life. And when one is not Krishna conscious, then he is compared practically like a dead man. And life is just useless and illusory struggle is there in material existence. Pure devotees like King Yudhishthira are never bereft of Lord's association, for they keep him always within their hearts, and yet they feel special ecstasy when they see the Lord after long separation, as described here. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is a king, he is not an ordinary person. Emperor. Imagine he must be having so many other managerial duties, so many responsibilities. He's being so much honored, respected. But as soon as Krishna is coming, he is becoming so ecstatic. He's leaving everything, going to receive Krishna. So he has so much love for Krishna. Actually, this Srimad Bhagvatam is so special because here we can see the glimpses of love of devotees for Krishna. And when we hear about devotees' love for Krishna, that can awaken our love which is there within our heart for Krishna. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kubanaya Shravanadi Shuddha Chitya Karay Uday. So this dormant love for Krishna is there within our heart. But unfortunately, now it is covered. And when we hear regularly about this loving dealings of Krishna and devotees and Krishna, that dormant love is awakened. So here we can see how much love Yudhishthira Maharaj is having. He's feeling as if life has come back. Without Krishna, devotees feel as if dead. No life. So devotees cannot imagine to live life without Krishna. Their life is Krishna. Their life is revolving everything around Krishna. So here it is said, the heart of King Yudhishthira melted with affection when he saw his dearmost friend Lord Krishna after such a long separation, and he embraced the Lord again and again. So this is today's verse. Drishta viklinna hridaya Krishnam snehena pandava chirat drishtam priyatamam sasvajet puna puna. So everybody can repeat this translation. The heart of King Yudhishthira melted with affection when he saw his dearmost friend Lord Krishna after such a long separation, and he embraced the Lord again and again. So from social etiquette, Yudhishthira is senior to Krishna. So generally, whenever Krishna would see Yudhishthira, he will bow down. And Yudhishthira will embrace Krishna. And Bhima is also elder to Krishna. So Krishna will bow down to Bhima also. And Arjuna and Krishna are equal in age. So from social etiquette point of view, they are equal. So sometimes Arjuna would try to bow in front of Krishna, but Krishna would not allow. Krishna would embrace him. And Nakul Sahadev, they were younger to Arjuna, younger to Krishna by age. So they would offer obeisances. So this is social etiquettes. Krishna is Supreme Lord, but when he comes in this world, he is playing the role of human being, and he is also observing social etiquettes. Though he is not ordinary human being, he is Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajam. He is Adi Purush, his original Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we see Yudhishthira Maharaj, his heart is melting with love and affection, and therefore he is embracing Lord again and again. Everybody in this world is actually looking for love. And what is love? One can know by reading Bhagvatam, by hearing Bhagvatam. Jai. Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bal. So everybody is actually looking for that love, pure love. But unfortunately, in this world, it's very rare to see the love. What is seen in this world is not prema, but kama. But in the hearts of devotees like Yudhishthir, which there is love, love and affection. And we aspire for that love. So these great devotees, they are under Yoga Maya. And all these pastimes of Lord are performed under Yoga Maya. And conditioned souls are under Mahamaya. And their activities are under jurisdiction of Mahamaya. So those who are under jurisdiction of Yoga Maya, they have love. And their exchange with each other is out of pure love. Yoga means that which connects with Lord. So love is in connection with Lord. Those who are connected with Lord, they are having love. And those who are having love, their all interactions are of filled with love. And that is all under jurisdiction of Yoga Maya. Whereas those who are in this material world, especially those who have disobedient to laws of God, their hearts are filled with kama or lust, and their activities are actually selfish activities, and there's no love in that. So Maya, Mahamaya, when living entities want to forget Krishna, want to live life independent of Krishna, then they come under jurisdiction of Mahamaya. So it's our choice whether we want to be under jurisdiction of Yogamaya or Mahamaya. Living entities are called as Tatastha Shakti. Tatastha means Tata. They have choice. They can be under Yogamaya or they can be under Mahamaya. Those who have love for Krishna and want to serve Krishna selflessly, they come under Yogamaya. Those who are envious of Krishna, those who want to become Krishna, those who want to compete with Krishna, those who don't want Krishna as center of their lives, those who want to make themselves as center of their lives, those who want to make their sense gratification center of life, they come under jurisdiction of Mahamaya. Mahamaya then, disconnects them from Krishna, puts them under illusion. So we see this illusion and it's very difficult to overcome. In Bhagavatam 7.14, this is mentioned, Devi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya Durattaya. Devi Esha Gunamai. This Maya is made of three modes of material nature. Tamagun, Rajagun and Sattvagun. And this Maya is Duratya, very difficult to overcome. Durgam, impossible to overcome. Or, and this material world is called as Durg, prison house. And Maya Devi is called as Durga, the superintendent of this prison house. So now Durga Puja is started. So Durga Puja, so Durga means she is superintendent of this prison house of material world. She is energy of Krishna. She is external energy of Krishna. She is expansion of Srimati Radharani. So there is internal potency of Lord and there is external potency of Lord. Srimati Radharani, internal potency of Lord. Lakshmis, they are internal potency of Lord. They are there in the spiritual world. They facilitate loving service to Krishna. And expansion of Srimati Radharani is actually Durga. She is there in material world. She is a prison minister or superintendent of prison to keep living entities away from Krishna, so that they don't disturb Krishna, because they don't love Krishna. They go near Krishna, they will disturb Krishna only. So her duty is to keep them away from Krishna and also punish them. Durga is always seen with trident. So trident means Trishul, trident. So there are three piercing, pinpointed, these things are there. So that is compared with three kleshas in this material world. Adi Atmik klesha, suffering because of body and mind. Adi Bhautik kleshas, suffering because of other living entities. And Adi Daivik kleshas, suffering because of natural calamities. We see everybody in this material world who is separated from Krishna, who has forgotten Krishna, is inflicted by these miseries. And this is done by Maya, Durga. These miseries are coming in our life not automatically. They are inflicted upon us by personality called Durga. So, and these miseries are inflicted so that we can reform ourselves. We can give up our independent mentality, we can give up our rebellious mentality, and we can surrender to Krishna. We can become devotees of Krishna. That is the whole goal and purpose of Durga Devi. Durga Devi is, chasing all limits with trident, saying, go back to Krishna, go back to Krishna, go back to Krishna, go back to Krishna, go back to... Don't stay here. But living entity is very adamant, he wants to stay here. No, I will stay here only. I will make this world better place to live. No matter how much we try to make this world better place to live, Durga is always inflicting misery. Sometimes people go to see Durga Puja Pandal and they are very amazed to see Durga sitting on lion, fearsome lion, and with trident, and there is some demon, Mahisasur or something, and Durga is killing, and people think, just say, Durga will protect us from all demons. But they don't know, we are the demons. So, Durga is inflicting this Trishul not on somebody else, but on us. And the Trishul is in form of Adhyatmik, Adi Daivik, and Adi Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik, and Adi Daivik Klesha. So therefore sufferings are always there. And only way we can be freed from suffering is Daivesha Gunamai Mammayadurta. Mama evaye prapadante Mayam etam tarantite. Only way that we can be freed from the Trishul of Durga is when we become surrendered devotees of Krishna. When we surrender to Krishna, then we can be free from this threefold miseries inflicted by Durga. Durga is like a superintendent police. Police duty is to make sure that everybody is following laws. Anybody breaks law, immediately they will catch. imprison, punish. Police do not make laws. Police only make sure that everybody follows laws. Similarly, Durga doesn't make laws. Durga makes sure that everybody follows laws of Krishna. Krishna is master of Durga. Then she is obedient servant of Krishna. As Brahmaji explains in Brahma Samhita, Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shaktir Eka Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Bibarti Durga Ichhanurupam Apayasya Chacheshta Tesa Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. So Shrishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, Sadhana, Shaktir, Eka. So in this material world, this Durga is one who is responsible for Shrishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, creation, maintenance and destruction. She is Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanarti Bibarti Durga. She is just like a shadow of Krishna. In the sense that Ichhanu Rupam, shadow in what sense? She Ichhanu Rupam, as per Krishna's Ichha, she acts. Like shadow, you see, if we put hand like this, and as hand moves, shadow moves. Shadow doesn't move independent. So shadow's movement happens as per object's movement. So as per Krishna's Ichha, Durga moves. Because Durga is a very wonderful maid servant of Krishna or external energy of Krishna. So this is what Brahmaji is saying. So Durga is external potency of Krishna, and she is acting as per desires of Krishna. It's a difficult job to punish living entities, but because that is required, sometimes punishment is required for reformation. If you don't punish, sometimes spare the rod and spoil the child. Sometimes if you don't punish, sometimes a person may become completely wayward. Some punishment sometimes is helpful to for rectification of rebellious souls. So, Ichha Nurupam. So this Durga works as per desires of Krishna. We see that in Krishna's pastime, Durga helps Krishna in his pastime. It is Durga, she appeared as sister of Krishna. We see in Gokul, Mother Yashoda gave birth to child Krishna as well as daughter. She was actually form of Durga. And when our Vasudeva went, he got Durga back. And when Kamsa came to kill 8th child of Devki, he saw she's daughter. She was surprised. How come she's daughter? He was expecting a male child. And I started thinking, Are Devatas, from when they started speaking lies, they had told the 8th child of Devki will kill, and she's daughter. But anyway, he thought, let's not take risk, maybe she can also kill. So he wanted to kill, and he just whirled him around, whirled that child around, and he was about to kill that child, baby child, girl child. Immediately that child slipped out of Kamsa's hands, and that baby child transformed into Durga. And when Kamsa saw Durga, he immediately became fearful. Because Kamsa is actually devotee of Durga. When he saw worshipful Durga, he became frightened. So many demons, actually they derive power from Durga. They worship Durga to get the power. Durga is Shakti. So they get power. But they forget Durga's connection with Krishna. So here is Kamsa worshipping Durga, but he doesn't understand that Krishna is master of Durga. And Durga is going to be extremely angry if he tries to disobey Krishna or try to harm Krishna. So So this is a demon. Demon means they don't have proper intelligence. They have kubuddhi. They don't have subuddhi. Their intelligence is misguided. They can't see things as they are. So they only see short-term things. They are only seeing Durga. She is giving all power and strength and all that. But they cannot see connection of Durga with Krishna. They want to serve Durga and they want to kill Krishna. So Kamsa was like that. he, he was a devotee of Durga, but his goal was to kill Krishna. So when Durga appeared, he became so frightened. Immediately humbled himself in front of Durga. And Durga said, you fool, you rascal, you want to kill me? The person who is about to kill you is already born somewhere else, And she disappears. So Kamsa becomes so fearful and she understands, this Vasudev Devaki are mother and father of Durga. So I need to respect them, if I try to put them in jail, punish them, maybe it is very dangerous. So immediately he releases them from jail actually, out of fear of Durga. So sometimes demons for short time they get some intelligence, they act, but again he imprisoned them. So out of fear he released, but again imprisoned. So So Durga acts as sister of Krishna in Krishna's pastimes, and we see that Durga is worshipped by demons. But Durga herself is actually a great devotee of Krishna. Durga is also Parvati. We see Lord Shiva and Parvati. They are considered as topmost Vaishnavas. Shiva is topmost Vaishnava, and Durga is topmost Vaishnavi. And both of them are always busy doing Krishna Katha. Parvati asks wonderful questions to Shiva, and Shiva answers wonderful questions. He speaks Krishna Katha. We see Bhagvatam appeared when there was discussion between Shiva and Parvati. And one time we know how that Parvati just slept off, and parrot was hearing, and he was saying And when Shiva opened eyes, he saw Parvati sleeping, and who's saying who? Then he saw that parrot is saying who. So immediately Lord Shiva chased that parrot, and later on that parrot flew, and Vyasdev and Vyasdev's wife, their discussion was going on, and Vyasdev's wife mouth was open, and immediately parrot entered the mouth, and then later on went in the womb of Vyasdev's wife, and later on he was born as Shukadev Goswami. So Sukdev Goswami, who was speaking this Bhagavatam, he heard Bhagavatam from Shiva originally. So and Shiva was speaking to Parvati, Durga. So Shiva and Parvati are actually great devotees of Krishna. Their whole family is Krishna conscious. This Ganesh is also pure devotee of Krishna. So Parvati, Ganesh, Shivji, these are all pure devotees of Krishna. Skanda is commander-in-chief, Kartikeya of Devata is also great devotee. And we see that it's a very different transcendental family. Lord Shiva has his vehicle, Nandi, bull. Mother Parvati has his vehicle, her vehicle, lion. And Kartikeya has his vehicle, peacock. And Ganesh has his vehicle, mouse. And Lord Shiva has a transcendent ornaments in form of snakes. But in this family, all of them live peacefully. Generally, bull and lion. Bull is a food for lion. But here we see in Lord Shiva's family, bull is peaceful and lion is peaceful. Both of them coexist happily. Generally, we see snakes are food for peacocks. Peacocks eat snake. But in Lord Shiva's family, peacock also stays and snake also stays. In this material world, we see mouse is food for snake. But in Lord Shiva's family, mouse is also staying peacefully, snake is also staying peacefully, So we see even snakes and mouse and peacocks and bulls and lion, all of them are happily coexisting. Why? Because their master, Lord Shiva and Parvati, they are Krishna conscious. They are always busy hearing Krishna Katha and chanting whole names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Family that prays together stays together. This family is always chanting, hearing together. So they are peaceful. All the members are peaceful. Even their subordinates, assistant, they are also peaceful. So this is a transcendental family. Uh, so Vaishnav family. We see in Mayapur there is a Simantini Mandir. She is Durga. We see one time Durga saw Lord Shiva is chanting and dancing very ecstatically and very, very enthusiastically dancing. And he's chanting loudly, Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. So Parvati is wondering, whose name is chanting? Who is this Gauranga? So Mother Parvati asks Lord Shiva, who is this Gauranga? Then he says that how Krishna appears in Kali Yuga in this Navadip Dham. And he is in separation of Srimati Radharani. Radharani is golden complexion. And separation from Radharani, he also assumes that golden complexion. And how he distributes love for Krishna. So when Srimati Parvati Devi hears about Gauranga, she also comes to Navadip Dham. And she performs tapasya. Many years of tapasya in order to get darshan of Gauranga. And after many years of her tapasya, when Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is pleased with Parvati, Lord Chaitanya gives her his beautiful golden form darshan as Gauranga. And when Parvati gets that darshan, immediately she falls flat, take dust of lotus feet of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and then put her on the Simanta here. So that's why Parvati came to be known as Simantini Devi. And she offered wonderful prayers to Gauranga Mahaprabhu that, my dear Lord, I am Maya Devi. It is said, where there is Krishna, there is no Maya. So wherever you are there, I have no entrance over there. So I am so unfortunate. And I have got such a difficult task. So how will I, ever get your mercy? Is it that I will be bereft of your mercy always? Then Shri Chaitanya explained, no, actually you are Yoga Maya. In spiritual world, you are always there helping in my pastimes. And in material, you have this special service. So you are non-different from me. You are my energy. Shakti and Shaktiman. Always Shaktiman is accompanied by Shakti. So Krishna said, you are my Shakti, my energy. So we see Lord Chaitanya blessed Parvati, and then she got this name Simantini Devi. So we have beautiful temple of Simantini Devi and Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Rajapur Jagannath. And we also have Lord Shiva there. And also there is Proud Maya in Navadip, Mayapur. So we see always in past times of Krishna, Lord Shiva and Parvati also have important roles to play. And we see when Lord Chaitanya appeared, and especially we see when Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, went to South India, and when he was traveling South India, he visited all temples of Lord Shiva and Durga also. One time in one hill, Lord Shiva and Parvati were there as a Brahman and Brahman Patni, and Lord Chaitanya blessed them and gave darshan and had Krishna Katha with them. So they are great Vaishnavas, and they are always very intimately connected with Lord's pastime. And we see Durga Devi also like Krishna protects his devotees, Durga also helps in protecting devotees of Krishna. We see in Srimad Bhagvatam, great devotee, Jada. He was a great devotee, but he was appearing as he's a mad. Hmm? And no, his father was trying to teach him, but whatever father will teach, he will do opposite only, purposefully, so that he won't get entangled in this material world. Anyway, after his father died, then his stepbrothers they tried to exploit him, tried to use him for some hard labor and like that. So one time when he was taking care of farm, some dacoits came. They wanted to do some human sacrifice. And when you saw this Jada, very healthy, stout, hatta katta, they found he's very good, wonderful for sacrificing for Kali. So they captured Jada and took to their place. They bathed him, dressed him, and and he was peaceful, absorbed in transcendental pastimes of Lord. He was not disturbed by this, and then he was put on that sacrificial stone where he was about to be killed in front of Durga. And when these demons took that sword or whatever that chopping instrument and they were about to kill Durga, when saw in front of her eyes such a great devotee like Jadabharat is being slaughtered, immediately she manifested in front of demons, and with all that choppers and whatever the instrument they had, she just started cutting their heads and practically killed all the demons. So we see, because Jada is a great devotee of Krishna, when there was some injustice or there was his life with threat, Durga personally came and protected Jada. So if anybody is serving Krishna, Durga becomes very happy and she protects devotees of Krishna. She killed her own devotees because they were envious of Vaishnava, Jada. So if somebody becomes envious of Vaishnavi, Durga cannot tolerate that. And Durga can destroy her own devotees who are envious of Vaishnavas. So we see later on Jada continues his journey further like that. Similarly, we see another beautiful pastime of Chandidas. Lord Chaitanya, when he appeared, especially when he was in Jagannath Puri, he, especially in Gambira, every day he would hear songs of devotees like Jaydev Goswami, Chandidas, and some other great devotees of Krishna. So, one of the poets which Lord Chaitanya very much appreciated was Chandidas, along with Jaydev Goswami. So, Chandidas is actually great devotee who appeared in 14th century in Bengal only, and he wrote many Bengali songs glorifying Radha and Krishna's pastimes. So, this Chandidas, now his name is Chandidas. How did he become Krishnadas? Though his external name did not change, but hey, there was transformation. We see Chandidas was a very rich man, very influential man, and his brother was a poor man. His brother was a Vaishnava. He was devotee of Krishna, and he was devotee of Chandi, and he was very rich, and he was worshipping Chandi, Durga, uh, every day. One day it so happened that his brother, because he was very poor, sometimes he had difficulty organizing paraphernalia for worshipping Krishna, worshipping Shaligram. One day, actually, he was not having anything to worship. He didn't get flowers or fruits or anything. Uh, but then he saw his brother's house was just near his home. He was having a small house, but his brother was having like a big mansion, palace, and he had a big garden, and he had a big, beautiful flower garden. So his brothers thought, "Arey, such beautiful flowers are there, If only I could offer them to, Krishna, to Shaligram. So wonderful. But then that was his brother's garden, that was not his garden. And there was also fence. So he was wondering what to do. But then he understood Krishna is 𝐉𝐎𝐻𝐍. Krishna can accept everything mentally also. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayashyati. One who can worship, offer with love and devotion. If not physically, even mentally. We see some great devotees in Nectar of Devotion. We see one devotee offering sweet rice in mind only, no? But Krishna accept that sweet rice. Rather, in mind only, when he was cooking and he wanted to check whether this sweet rice is hot or not, in mind only he just put his finger, and actually his finger got burned. And he came out of samadhi, saw his finger burned. So, even if you offer something in mind, Krishna accept that. If you don't have physically something, so there are no impediments in service of Krishna. If you don't have physically in mind, we can offer. Like Vasudev, when he was in jail and Krishna appeared, he offered thousands of cows in charity in mind only, because he was in jail, he had no resources. But later on, when we see, when he came out of jail, physically also he offered. So this brother of Chandidas, because he had nothing and he wanted to offer to Krishna, so he just looked at the flowers in the garden and mentally plucked those flowers and mentally offered all these flowers to Krishna, and then perform his puja. The next day morning, Chandidas got up, he went to the garden, he plucked the same flowers which were earlier offered to Krishna mentally by his brother, took those flowers and went to do the puja of Chandi, Durga. And then he offered those flowers to Chandi. And this time, a great miracle happened. As soon as he offered these flowers to Chandi and offered prayers and did his worship, Chandi personally manifested. And he was amazed and surprised. How come Chandi manifested? And there is nothing different I did today. I have been worshipping her for years together, but she never manifested. How is that today she manifested all of a sudden? So he asked, my dear mother, I am so happy. Can you please tell what inspired you to manifest and give your darshan to me today? I have been worshipping you for years. Chandi said, Durga said, my dear Chandidas, you are my devotee, but today you did a great favor to me. Today you gave me prasad. Today you offered me flowers which were offered to Krishna. And that was prasad of Krishna. And because you offered me prasad of Krishna, I am so pleased with you. He wondered, I never offered prasad. I just went and plucked the flowers from the garden and offered you. She said, no, your brother offered these flowers in mind to Krishna. And because he offered these flowers in mind to Krishna, that is actually, that was accepted by Krishna, and that was prasad of Krishna. And same thing you offered to me. And therefore I am so pleased with you. So Chandidas said, I am your servant. My always desire is to be your servant and serve you and please you. So please tell me what will please you very much. Then she said, if you serve Krishna, my beloved master, that will please me very much. So Chandidas, after getting instruction from Chandi Devi, Durga, later on he became great devotee of Krishna. And he composed thousands and thousands of songs glorifying Radha Krishna. So we see that Durga or Chandi is devotee of Krishna, energy of Krishna, and anybody serves Krishna, she becomes very happy. She blesses him profusely. Rather, her ultimate goal is to see that living entities become servant of Krishna. And as soon as living entities become servant of Krishna, she releases them from this prison house, so that everybody can, then they can go back to the kingdom of God and live eternal life full of happiness. So we see in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna condemns demigod worship, but that demigod worship is worshipping demigods separate from Krishna and worshipping demigods for material benefits. But if somebody sees demigods in relation with Krishna and respects them accordingly, Krishna is also pleased because they are Vaishnavas. And also, mm, uh, one should go to demigods not for material benefits. If at all we go to demigods, we should pray them that please bless me with Krishna Bhakti. Whatever is very dear to your heart, please offer me. Like you go and pray to Lord Shiva, what is most dear to your heart, please offer me. He'll give us Krishna Bhakti because for him, most dear to his heart is Krishna Bhakti. Similarly, Durga also, if you ask, please bless me with topmost blessing, she will make us devotee of Krishna because that is topmost blessing, to be a devotee of Krishna. So this is Durga Puja going on, especially all Bengal and all over Calcutta. So one should see Durga as energy of Krishna. And one should know that if you serve Krishna, Durga is very pleased. And we can offer prasad of Krishna to Durga and she'll be very pleased and bestow special blessings on devotees. And she's always there to protect devotees. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So here we see in today's section, Lord Krishna is traveling to Indraprastha, he is arriving in Indraprastha, and all Pandavas are coming to receive Krishna, and they are so much overwhelmed with love and affection for Krishna. So these devotees are actually so much filled with love and affection. Just by hearing about their love for Krishna, we can also awaken our love for Krishna. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai. Anybody has any comment, any question? We can take. Yes, Jyotirmay Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So Jyotirmay Prabhu is saying that in this pandal, people then do proper pran pratishtha of Durga. So is it idol or deity? So we don't have to judge all these things, whether deity or idol or all these things, because Bhavagrahi Janardana. So Lord always reciprocates with the love and devotion. Wherever there is love and devotion, Lord reciprocates. Similarly, Lord's devotees also, like Durga, Shiva, where there is love and devotion, reciprocate. If there is no love and devotion, it's just a formality and just a social this thing. So, and most of the places, people are not interested either in Durga or Shiva. They are interested in their sense gratification. So, in most of the places, they are not manifested in their forms. But some place, maybe some people are worshipping with genuine love and devotion. So, we don't have to judge anyone. Okay? But where is the question of their sincerity and intent and purpose. Okay? Mm. Devotee is always humble and devotee always offers respect to all Vaishnavas. And Lord Shiva and Parvati are great Vaishnavas. So as Vaishnavas we can always offer respects. We offer respects to Lord, we offer respects to great devotees. So one can respect. There is no harm. Lord Chaitanya also visited. But we don't see them separate from Krishna and we don't ask them for material blessings. My dear Devi, please bless me with power, strength, position, lot of followers, lot of material things so that I can enjoy material life. If you pray like this, she will give and then she will start her Trishul. so, so we don't pray for that. We just pray that my dear Devi, please bless. I can become wonderful servant of Krishna and serve Krishna and his devotees sincerely. Okay? Hare Krishna. Yes, Harshit Prabhu. Yes. Durga worship, Shiva worship, Ganesh worship, then Shiva, Surya worship. All this is part of Vedic these things. And generally Brahmanas, they do Pancha Upasana. Every day they worship these five personalities. So in Vedas there is mention of worshipping Vishnu, Ganesh, Shiva, Parvati, Surya, Pancha Upasana. Yeah, by that at least they are subordinating themselves to some higher power. They are subordinating themselves to Vedic injunctions. In that way, they will progress in their spiritual elevation. Okay? Ultimate goal is that we surrender to Krishna. And if you want to free from clutches of Maya, Durga, and punishments by Gurga, we should remember Bhagavad Gita verse 7.14. Devi Esha Gunamayi Mamayadil. Mam evam prapardante mayam etam tanti. If you surrender to Krishna, we will be freed from miseries inflicted by Maya, Durga. Okay. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.